Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Kareem, and the professor asked me to review this movie for Movie Community College. So let's get into it. I just had a blast watching a romantic comedy in Hindi, seeing all the different ways they express their humor and ideas about society. And this one I found particularly personal to me, and it was a lot of fun watching it. It was Ujda Chapman, I think I'm pronouncing that right, and he hit 30 like I just hit 30, which is funny. And he's trying to get married or retire what he's going to do forever. And funny enough, even though the movie was in Hindi, even though it's in a different cultural setting and there's different cultural aspects to it, I find that it's very, very close to home with me because I just hit 30. I'm not quite married yet, and everybody's like, oh, when are you going to get married? When are you going to, start a family? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? Time's running out. Do. Like, your watch, and it's kind of funny there. Maybe the only difference is I'm not balding yet, but he's losing his hair. Everybody's trying to, force him, yes, marry this girl. And he just doesn't feel like it. He's talking to his guru, or at least that's what it appears to be, in a very funny and artistic way. It's interesting to see that he's also a teacher. He's going through the daily struggles of getting through his job and then trying to find love, and then maybe he's interested in this girl, that girl, but he's not initially interested in the girl that he's talking to. He doesn't want to marry her, but everybody does. And I can even relate to that too, because sometimes I've been in relationships with this girl or that girl, and maybe I said, oh, they fall a couple qualities short. Maybe in her case, maybe she was a little bigger. And I've dated girls like that and said, hey, I just want that super attractive girlfriend. And then I think in my head, well, she really had the personality. Did we connect? And come to find out, maybe I connected with a girl who was slightly less attractive due to weight or whatever it was. And I just didn't see that. And I didn't have the chance to go back and fix that when I could have had an awesome relationship connecting with someone. But just a little thing on looks pushed me away. I feel that's kind of his case. And it's funny at the end, he's like, I'm sorry for saying you were overweight. I'm sorry for messing you up, doing these little things. I'm not sure what the motion is, just not even bowing down. But you can tell one thing he overcome, and that's one thing that I am personally funny at this age, is sometimes you don't initially have attraction for someone, or maybe you have attraction, but you're always looking, hey, maybe there's something better. But then when you spend time with that person, you realize, hey, we connect on a deep level. We could really make this work. We can get past the physical and see what's inside. And that's the awesome part about this, even though different cultural things. And they have funny things when he's talking to his family and friends about, getting married and I don't know what to do, and going to his counselor, his guru, saying, hey, my parents want me to marry someone. I don't want to marry them. And really look and say, hey, and now I'm not saying I agree with your parents or family saying you need to marry this person, but saying, hey, maybe this person has some qualities I looked over and they could be even better than that supermodel, because looks fade. Attractiveness fades over time, just like he's balding. But he came to terms and said, hey, I'm going to accept her for who she is. They drive away on the motorcycle, and then she's cool with him balding. And I think it sets a good message for people to say, hey, maybe that person that's there with you, or that you're seeing, or that you're with now, even if you're looking a little bit outside or looking at someone else, they might be the right one for you. They might be someone who you really connect with, and don't throw that away for just temporary looks, or someone, that girl's, oh, I want to get a mature man like you, or I want to get a good-looking man like you, because that'll all fade. But if you connect on a deeper level, sometimes you can overcome those physical boundaries and really cultivate something that's awesome, and have, as at the end, a great wedding and then a great future. And it was really great to see how they conveyed that through a romantic comedy in Hindi, and just Judah's funny things, the way he has very interesting different mannerisms and freaking out and going, I'm sorry. and seeing how their cultural stuff did was really, really entertaining. So awesome movie, great point. Look past the physical appearances, really appreciate the person, and I'm just enjoying these films from different cultures to see how different cultures interact, how they view humor, and how they put together their romantic comedies. And hey, it all works out in the end too. So that's awesome. It was fun watching Ujda Chapman and seeing his challenges, because I can relate to some of them. Because personally, I think we all can too. Sometimes when we're getting older, especially if we haven't, found that person, we start to want, oh, I need to go after this. I need to go after this. The most attractive, trying to find the most attractive mate. And maybe that's not what we really need. Maybe it's the person we're connecting with. But, sometimes if you can look past that, they're not the ideal attractiveness, or they're not that supermodel, but we connect, we have amazing conversations, we get together, even if the first few dates suck, you didn't let her finish her noodles, or have you ever been hospitalized, maybe they're a little quirky, but it can all work out in the end. So great movie, funny cultural stuff I learned, and great point. Hope a lot of people can learn from it, even though it may not be your typical American love movie.